Mexico, Mexico. Don't say Mexico, it's México. Hola mi gente y bienvenidos a Spring Spanish. Paulísima speaking, your favorite Spanish teacher. There seems to be quite a number of places that English speakers seem to get all wrong whenever they speak Spanish. Have you heard that for a person, the sweetest sound is their own name but pronounced correctly? When you talk about a place, a country, or a city and you pronounce it correctly, you come across as thoughtful. So certainly that's something that you definitely want to do. En este video vas a aprender how to correctly pronounce 18 places in Latin America that are often mispronounced. I've organized it by countries and I'm gonna ask you to please repetir después de mí, repeat after me, so we can make sure that you're saying it correctly. Empecemos. Number one. Colombia, okay? Not Columbia. Columbia is an Ivy League university in New York. Colombia is the land of Gabriel García Márquez and Vallenato. I've heard this mistake all the time in series, in movies, y esto tiene que parar. This has got to stop. It's Colombia. Also, since we're in Colombia, let's check this out. It's Barranquilla, not Barranquilla or anything else. Also, it's Bogotá, not Bogota or any other thing. And also Medellín, not Medellín or Medellín. I've heard this one too. Número dos, México. So I opened this video with the example of Mexico. Mexico, Mexico. Don't say Mexico, it's Mexico. It's very common that people call it Mexico, and that's because, well, that's how it will sound in English. But in Español es México. In Spanish is Mexico. It's a very common mistake to mispronounce letter X in Español. And this is because sometimes the sound changes. Sometimes it sounds like a J, sometimes it sounds like an S. Take these two words, for example. Xochimilco and Michiote. In the first one, it sounds like S. In the second one, it sounds like CH. The reason for this is that a lot of words in Spanish actually come from indigenous languages, and therefore the sound of the letter X may vary. Maybe I should make a video about those words in Spanish that come from indigenous languages? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Refresca tus conocimientos, refresh your knowledge of the correct pronunciation of the Spanish alphabet with Mariana's videos on that subject. A few places in Mexico that are often mispronounced are Oaxaca, Tijuana, and Quintana Roo. This one is very important because this is the state where Cancun is, and I love Cancun. Number three. Argentina. Remember that the letra G, that letter G, in Spanish sounds like H when it goes before letter E and letter I, like in this case. So we say Argentina, not Argentina. And since we're in the topic, it's Córdoba, not Cordoba. And also it's pronounced Buenos Aires, which literally means good airs. But you know, Buenos Aires, the super famous city in Argentina. Number four. It's Cuba, not Cuba, alright? Also, Cuba is the name of a super famous cocktail, you know, rum and coke and ice and good times. That's a Cuba as well. And since we are on the topic of Cuba, it's pronounced Habana, or you know, La Habana, not Havana, alright? Habana. It's Habana because recuerda que la H es muda. Remember that letter H is silent. Okay, so we say Honduras, not Honduras. Also, we say Haití, not Haiti. Número 5. Number 5. Anything with the word puerto. Por favor, repite después de mí. Please repeat after me. Puerto, not puero, alright? So we say Puerto Vallarta. Remember that double L has that J sound. Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Escondido. And here remember that letter D sounds like in dentist, so it's like a bit hard. Puerto Escondido. And Puerto Rico. This one might be a little hard because it requires you to make that R sound that is super famous in Spanish, and I know it's not that easy, but don't worry. Check out my video about it, about how to roll your tongue to sound like a perfect Spanish speaker. Muy bien, so now you know how to correctly pronounce 18 places in Latin America that are often mispronounced. So you will sound super cool when you are talking with a person from that place or when you just want to show off how great your pronunciation in Spanish is. If you want to get serious about learning Spanish, but you're also like, please, no, don't get me any more grammar drills. I don't want any endless list of vocabulary. This is for you. We have a free Spanish training where you will discover how we do it in Spring Spanish Academy to bypass learning with grammar drills and with this endless list that you don't want. The method that we use is called conversation-based chunking, and you will discover more about it in the free training that we have available for you. You can also benefit from getting some free sample Spanish lessons that come directly from the Spring Spanish Academy. This was Paulísima y fue un placer estar con ustedes. Hasta la próxima!
Remember to subscribe to the Spring Spanish YouTube channel, like this video, and share it with anyone interested in learning Spanish for good.